Hello everyone. So today we're going to be talking about changing the lug bolts for the rear driveline of the RX-7. So I have two setups right here. As you can see, one I've already completed and one I'm going to be completing and showing you what to do. As you can see, the stock lug bolts are very short. I'm not sure why they're so short on the RX-7, but if you go with wider wheels or wheel spacers, there's not enough room to put the lug bolts on. So you have to go to extended lug bolts. So these are ARP lug bolts, and I can show you the model number. I got them through a sale of some parts, and you can just compare how much longer they are. Now I believe you can get different sizes. I think there's a 2.5 inch and a 3.25. I think these are the longer ones, but these are going to give me enough room to play when I when I have bigger wheels, or I have wheel spacers, you name it. I'll never need anything longer than this. So let's go ahead and show you what to do. You're going to need some tools, and these are the lug bolts. The model number is 100-7708. These are the ones I was given. They seem to work pretty well. So we're going to go through the process of how to do this and find out just how easy/hard it is. Alright, so step number one is obviously removing the rear wheel hubs. We need to get at them, we need to take them apart to get the old wheel lug bolts out and put the new ones in. So the first step here, after you've disassembled it, taken it apart basically, is to remove the oil seal. So you need an oil seal puller, looks like this, and you just go underneath and pull the oil seal out. Now these things are about 15 bucks each, so you're gonna have to get new ones, but they're quite pricey, so you need two of them. And so after we do this, we're gonna hammer out the interior wheel hub here. So we're gonna leave the wheel bearing in, but we're gonna hammer out the interior section here, and I'll show you exactly. This is the most complicated step of the whole procedure, and we'll show you how to do that. Alright, so the next step is you need to secure the wheel hub so that you can get out the center section here with the lug bolts. And the way I've done this is put it in a vise, and then I'm using two steel runners that go across. So essentially we're trying to pound out the center. So we need to support the rest of the wheel hub. So you can see I have two steel bars that go across. Now this clamp here is just to make sure that these bars don't fall off the vise while I'm hammering. So I'll go to the other side here just to show you. And this is sort of the recommended technique by the book. You need to have two runners supporting the rest of the wheel hub as you pound away at the center. And as you can see, the bolts are floating so that we have enough room for this to drop down as I'm pounding it. So the part that I'm going to be hitting is the center section. I'm not going to be hitting the wheel bearing. So just to hit this part, it's actually kind of coincidental. You need a 33 millimeter driver for the rear bolts. To actually get this off, you need to buy this. I did buy this specially to get the rear wheel hub bolts off for the drive shafts. And this actually fits perfectly inside of here. It's a perfect fit. So I just put some duct tape on top so that when I hit it with the hammer, it doesn't damage it too much, but it's a perfect fit. So you just put that in there, and you just go to town with the hammer, and it's going to punch this center section through. It's going to fall through the vise, and then you can take it apart, and we can get at these lug bolts. So let's go ahead and do that and show you what it looks like. Alright, so it took about 20 hits with the hammer. Don't have to be too hard. You can see that this part is the part we hit out, and so it's a press fit into there. And again, this is literally a perfect fit, 33 millimeters. So you're going to need this anyway, so just go ahead and buy one. And so now to get these lug bolts out, they're actually a press fit. So we need to hammer them out of the center section here. Now because these have been in here for 27 years, they're really stuck, so we're actually going to heat them up first. So you do need a propane torch. And what you're going to do is you're going to heat up each bolt. I do it for about 20 seconds each bolt. Try and get some even heat. And what we're doing is we're causing the bolt to expand as the temperature increases, which breaks that rusty connection, and then once it cools down it'll shrink again and we can pound it out more easily. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, hit each one of these with the propane torch, put 20 seconds each, give it a little bit of WD-40, let it sit. I'm also going to protect this, so I'm going to wrap it with some cloth and some duct tape just so I don't nick it while I'm working. And then I'm going to put this in the vise upside down and hammer these out one by one. So basically what I do is I just support it on the top of the vise here and then hammer each one, the center one by one out. And then we'll show you how to put the new ones in. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so we removed the old lug bolts. As you can see here, just hammer them out one by one. And now we're going to put the new ones in. So again, they're press fit. They're the same style. They got sort of this edge pattern here that shoves into the metal. And so it's just a press fit, which means, use a big hammer. So we just have to flip this upside down, and then same sort of procedure, just hammer this in with a big hammer very carefully, and just do it one by one, and then we're done. Then we can reassemble. It's a good idea to clean the wheel bearings and stuff like that. You can see how gross the oil is. It's all caked on. We're going to pack a new grease in there, and then we're going to reassemble everything and put it back on the car. Now to reassemble this one, again, everything's a press fit, so this one you're going to have to press in. Most likely I'm going to use the vise here, maybe a little bit of a hammer, but it's going to be easier going in than coming out. So we're going to go ahead and do that, and then you're done. Have fun with your new extended lug bolts. Till next time.